Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. It's Spiritual Activation Week, Taurus. We're going to see what area of your life you feel the most disheartened in or blocked in, how this block is shaping the course of your life, what you can activate in your life right now, and how you can move away from all your worries. I really need to change how I say that last one. How you just, all your worries, just move away from them. How can you do that? Because I don't know that we could ever really give you an answer to that in just a couple of tarot cards, right? Like, I don't know, maybe. We're going to start with the archetype deck, and then I'm going to go into the Rider-Waite Tarot. All right, Taurus, Bovan Bibis. All right, where you feeling the, what the heck? The clue, crystal clear intentions. That's what Aries had. That's weird. You're not feeling understood. You're not feeling understood. Maybe this is a problem going through the collective here. Okay, what is your neck doing? I really shuffled this. What does this block, how does this block shape the course of your life? Okay, you're starting to understand some shit spiritually here. All right, all right. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Okay, crystal clear intentions. Maybe you don't understand. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries and you don't understand their intentions. Because this is funny. Because I kind of feel like if the universe is trying to show you something here. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. This is where you feel the block. Okay. You're or you feel the block or you're disheartened by it. All right. Yeah, yours is different. It's funny, like you got the same card as Aries, but it's different. Okay, you may not know why the universe does the shit the universe does. It's just like, what is the reason behind this? Like, why? Why, universe? And then, well, I'll tell you, we're trying to get you to see things in a different way. And it does. You start to see things differently. So, okay. And it's on a very spiritual way. And it's sort of like spiritual order. It just kind of feels like the geometry of spiritualism. The geometry, I don't want to say of life, existence. Because life and existence are different to me. Right? Life is like what we occupy right now in the organic and the meaty, fleshy, ussy. And that is like living that moment in time through that flesh. But then existence is just, it's kind of infinite and it is all things and all possibilities. You're taking me there. This card is taking me there, Taurus. So, when you just don't understand, okay, it's the universe like, yeah, we want you to not understand because that's when you start looking. So what can you activate in your life right now? Oh, sensitivity. Your sensitivities? You're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Okay, you can honor yourself. What you can activate in your life right now is the beautiful, sensitive part of you. Is the very empathic, emotional sponge of you. Be aware of your sensitivities. Honor yourself and your feelings. That's what you can activate right now. It's how you feel. Let that move. Let that move. How can you move away from your worries? Just say, let that move. Healthy lifestyle, Taurus. Be healthy. Eat a healthy diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. It's funny, this tends to be my Virgo card. I don't know if I get it all the time. But you're getting it. So now you're getting it in a different way. I want to say, because when Virgo gets this card, I feel like they're kind of controlling things in their life. And they're like either over exercising, over dieting, not eating enough. Like, it's more like the lean side. And I'm not to say that you're not lean. I don't mean that, and I don't mean that you have to try. That's not it at all. It's just there's a feeling here more of like binging, but binging on the things that give you comfort. So be healthier about these things. Make sure you're eating healthy stuff. If you want to have the steak and potatoes, cook up some broccoli with it. Get adequate sleep. Turn the electronics off early. I always do this. I always read a book. I find reading a book, well, you don't have any of the blue light, right? And then it takes me forever to get through my books though, because after page 2, I'm like, and it just, your mind starts to float away. Exercise regularly for optimal health. So go out for that walk. Do those things for yourself. That will help you to breathe. I said, like, with what you can activate in your life right now, right? Was like, honor yourself, activate that, honor you. You are your temple, honor your temple. Treat it with respect. Give it what it needs and not too much of it. Clairvoyance, peace, patience. Oh, interesting. The universe is trying to talk to you. The universe is trying to say something to you. And the universe is trying to say something. The universe, it's like you will find what the universe is trying to tell you when you find a peaceful point in patience, which is funny. I always think of patience when I think of Taurus. But it can come out in different, not to say that I did my son, he's a Taurus. And he's so grounded. I just want to shake him up. Come on, show me something. It's like, right. Poor kid, he's got like an Aries Gemini mom. But he's so grounded. And so he does often seem so at peace. Then I walk in his room. But he can be impatient, like because he's good at saving his money. He'll save his money and then he'll want to buy something. He'll give me the money and I'll order it. So then this is where we go. When is it coming? Have they shipped it yet? Have you checked? And he'll ask me like 5 times in an hour. I'm like, it hasn't shipped. It's Sunday. Trust me. It's Canada Post. It's not going anywhere on a Sunday. So it's funny that, right? Like, because there's something here about being patient and in peace, and then you will hear. You will receive what it is that the universe wants to say to you. You will see it. You will understand it. But I don't know why. Why? So what this feels like. Why, universe? Why? What? What next? What are we doing? When's it coming? You will know when you are at peace and you feel truly patient. So there's no sense of I need it now. I'm not on time. I'm falling behind. There's none of that because it's at peace with patience. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you Taurians, you can be like, you can look like you're totally patient, but you're just inside. I don't know. Or I don't hide it. But I've learned, becoming a mother has taught me to be patient. Oh my God. Oh, I have so much patience now compared to when I was crap. If you don't, you're going to lose your mind, man. You're going to lose your fucking shit. Because if you don't lose your shit once in a while, you're going to go postal. You wait till they go to school, and then you find that favorite pillow, and you scream into it. Okay, I'm good now. I'm composed. Okay. Let's get serious. The bovine babies, they need their message. Be patient and at peace. See? This is not See, isn't it funny? I keep kind of pulling off track, too. Like the universe, yeah, because if you come in and you're like, can you just get to the message? You take a long time to get to the fuck? Did you not get the message? Part of the reading, actually. I think it is. All right, your clear intentions. Your heart, your loving, the moon, and judgment. Oh, where you land this love? Where does this land love? Where does this love land? Where does this land love? Maybe it is finding the land of love. I don't know. It's interesting. You have the Queen of Cups, the moon, and judgment. You have so much. You have so much. Where does it go? I don't know. And maybe that's the question. Like maybe you feel like the universe is giving you so much of something here. Like giving you like just a natural ability, talent, gift for it's something to do with maybe even love. It could be your intuition. Your intuition could be having a bit of a block here with clairvoyance as the underlying, and this like spiritual understanding is how this is like the universe could be coming up with a whole new way to talk to you. That's, yeah, very strong now that I see that. Something's changed here. It's okay. So for some of you, I want to say this has to do with your intuition, your clairvoyance, your psychic abilities. And it's like, those big old amplifiers, and if you're younger, just Google one quick. It's just those big old amplifiers for like a stereo system, which is funny because we have, the clairvoyance is seeing. Anyways, well, it's an amplifier. You see the sound. So, and like there's so many knobs on it in terms of adjusting that you can have all the sound coming out of the speaker on the right. You can have all the sound coming out of the speaker on the left. You try to get it balanced. I want to say in some aspect here, it's almost like your intuition has always been coming through on the speaker on the right. Like you get it through the right speaker. And like you're the amplifier here, and the universe is maybe even toning down the right side, because there's been sound coming in the left speaker, but you're not quite hearing it because you've got so much focus here, right? So it's like the universe is like, okay, then let's turn down the right side speaker so this starts to become prominent. But it's almost like, no, you start going closer and closer to the right. Where does the sound go? But the universe said, no, it's coming out of the left speaker. We want you to be able to hear from both sides. Like this is like spiritualism in stereo. Yes. So to go from spiritualism in mono to stereo, maybe even eventually surround sound. And then for some of you, I do feel like it is some sort of enormous capacity for love and sharing this love, but there's nowhere to land it with the moon and judgment. Like where's next? Or maybe you have felt mysteriously judged for the love of in your heart, or okay, the spiritual understanding is how this block shapes the course of your life. Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. Oh, this is hearing in stereo, and this is owning it, bitch. It's owning it, honey. Wow. It's turning you into this, like, okay. It's turning you into a leader that makes dreams come true. It's turning you into a leader that only shows the truth. It's turning you into a leader where only growth in the highest good is attained. This is beautiful. Especially with that whole idea of like, the universe you've been hearing the universe through the right speaker and been trying to speak to you to the left, but you're like, no, it's all that static. So you get closer to the right. No. Listen from both sides here. So it's almost as if, again, like turning down the right. So I don't know, because I feel like that with the Queen of Cups and the moon and judgment. Well, it's almost like you had something and then it's mysteriously gone. When's it coming back, right? Like, what's the intention here, universe? For you to hear in stereo. And I mean, this is strong. When you're hearing it in stereo, You're hearing everything. I just can't, I don't even know how well to express how strong this is. Like how this is shaping the course of your life. This is an incredibly strong spiritual leader. This is the kind of spiritual leader that the universe wants, as opposed to what the world worships. That's what that is. So what can you activate in your life right now? Sensitivity. Oh my gosh. That makes sense. Because it is like, listen for that, the speaker on the left. Listen for the speaker on the left. Wow, there's even something really beautiful here. Oh, gosh. I've become so disheartened the last, again, I'm deviating because you got to be patiently peaceful. So I've become incredibly disheartened at like how everything in life has become political, and it just, left, right, up, down. And no, it's like, oh God, I hate it so much. It's wrong. It's not human. It's very primitive. It's so fucking primitive. It's how chimpanzees and gorillas live. For the love of God, put it in the toilet and flush it away. We're not that. We're going beyond, right? And that's what this is. That's what this is. And your sensitivity is hearing all the sides and everything and knowing what the truth is and not being confused about, I want to say too, about politics, about the deception of politics, all political. We live in a society that is, it platforms and it magnetizes narcissism. That's it. You know, there are no leaders. I really feel that there are no leaders that are coming up, that have been brought up and built up in the system that we have, nor are there leaders that can enter that system and maintain spiritual insight and the higher good of all. It's just a mess. It's such a mess right now. And it's dividing the world. It's just dividing the world. And I feel like you're somebody here that's like this sensitivity to hear the right speaker and the left speaker. You know, even saying that, like I say that, and it's like I'm saying it, and why it's bringing this up, because it's like the speaker of a house. You know, I don't know if that's what you guys call in the US. I think so. But like, I think like in the Commonwealth, so I'm in Canada, like I think a house speaker, or maybe we don't call it. Because this is so much US politics that goes all over you just see it everywhere. But it's very disheartening. And it's just you to hear the left and the right and to be sensitive to all of it, like all of it. You are this, you are for that. You are not meant to really like have, I don't know, for some of you, it depends, you know, some people are so attached to politics and sides. It might be very hard for you to hear, but the universe wants you to really if your intuition has felt like it's been temporarily turned off, it's because you're meant to hear the other side. And then once you hear the other side, then you will hear both sides. And then you will be the leader that the universe, the leader that God, the universe, source wants, as opposed to the leader that society wants. Like, society doesn't need the leader that it wants. Society needs the leader that the universe wants. And that's what's going on here. So it's pretty big shit. And I don't like, right? Like, I don't know, some of you might have platforms too on social media as well. But some of you, this could be in like anywhere you are. Like, you are meant to be, like, whether you're driving a bus, if you're an accountant, like, it is just to be, it is to be the truth and only the truth. And it is not easy though, because we live in a world of chimpanzees and gorillas. That's where politics comes from. That's us. And it is a base need. It is a very primitive way of functioning. It is not. Oh, I like this reading. It's getting me all riled up. Oh, so here, like, be very sensitive. Be it, because this is what you can activate in your life right now. It's kind of a funny thing to activate, is your sensitivity. Some things might make you incredibly angry right now. Some things might make you incredibly sad. Some things might just trigger you and you don't know why. Let it flow, let it out, let it flow, let it out. Because that is perhaps even unclogging the clog with this. All right, all right. What can you activate in your life right now? The Hermit. The Eight of Swords. And the fucking High Priestess. Y'all need to pull back and you need to feel everything. Oh my God. You need to feel everything. Like everything. I don't even know what this is. This is huge. This energy is someone who is on a very difficult cusp of complete enlightenment. And the part of this that I want to say is perhaps difficult is that, yes, it is, because to be the leader that the Spirit wants has a potential to be persecuted. It does. It has great, but if you are very if you know, you know who your God is. You know, you're in a way, kind of is that. If you know and some, like, we are source. We are all of these fragments of source. But because we've been defragmentized into, it's like the ego, the one, has created the world where it's meant to all come together again, and it's separating. But that is also part of the process. So it is. So you're part of the correcting process, because everything is meant to be polarized before it can be unified. And there's extreme polarization right now. It's hard, right? I always feel like this reading is pushing me to even talk about things that are coming through in this that I find very disheartening. And I'm going to be honest, one of the things that I find really difficult to talk about it in is because, and it is hard because most of the people that watch me are Americans. Like a huge percent, like 75, 80% of you. And so a lot of the content that most of the world watches is coming from that perspective. And it scares me because there's so much polarization there right now. And one of the things that I found was interesting. This was a while ago. This is a couple of years ago. And, but you see, that's the thing that frightens me, is because that is starting to spread. And I am starting to see it, like, here in Canada now, where it never existed. And it was this whole concept of, like, a couple of years ago, I'd read somewhere, somebody was doing a poll in, like, YouTube, on a community channel. And they asked, how important is it to you that the person you're dating, or the person that you would you consider dating someone if they were a Democrat or Republican, or like, oh my God, even just saying that makes me feel low frequency and want to vomit. And it was, I'm telling you, like 90% of people said that was important. And I think I got involved and I was asking questions about it. And I just thought, like, when did politics become like how we love? Like, I don't know, I grew up in a household where my uncle and my father and my mom all had different political views. It didn't matter. They all exercised that at a poll station. And then that was it. Like, that was literally it. They went, it was time to vote. Well, that's who I'm voting for. Oh. And I thought, like, it was never, ever, ever like a reason like why you love someone or why you don't love someone. But it's become like, I just feel like politics has become, well, this is how I live and that's how you live and that's not right and this is right or I don't vibe with it. And I know, like, people will argue me with this. And I'm just saying, like, I lived in a time where everyone could live together and, like, I don't know. It's because this energy here, like, this is to be sensitive to everything. But before you do that, you have to completely close yourself off. Completely close yourself off and connect with the only truth. The only truth, Taurus. Right, Lily? The only truth. So I don't know who you are or what y'all do, but it starts with you. It really does. I don't know. People get mad at me in this, but it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants the same things. They just have a slightly different path to get to it. And the different paths to get to it used to be respected. And now they are persecuted. So healthy lifestyle is what you can do to move away from your worries. 8 of Pentacles, maybe you work too hard. The 5 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to say right here, I think some of you might need a break from work. Some of you might be disappointed at what's expected of you at work. Some of you are trying to find a new path forward. Like a new way to walk. It could be like maybe you work somewhere where it's really polarized. And you're finding it difficult to be who you are. If you can take a vacation, if you can take a couple days off, it's here. Like, that's here. Like, to kind of get, because your body is your temple, right? So your body is your temple. And cleanse the temple, because the universe is really trying to talk to you. Really trying to show you something. I feel like the universe is trying to show you, right? Because this clairvoyance is to show you so you can see. Again, it is like, when did we develop all these rules around who we love or how we love each other? Peace. Find peace and patience. So find peace and patience with one another and see love. This feels like it should be collective, but it's for you. It's not. I don't know. It is a message that I feel like we all need to be patient and find peace with one another, and we'll be shown love. Yeah. I feel like we're like back in the 70s, man, or the 60s or whatever that was. King of Wands. Oh, I love this. Courageous. The King of Wands, because this is the energy that I'm talking about, is to be courageous. Yeah. Because again, there's so much built around supporting this as opposed to this. And let's be honest, the sun is much further in the major arcana than the Emperor. The Emperor is only number 3, but it is an energy that it's worshipped and it's false. So you be that King of Wands, Taurus. You be that King of Wands, my friends. I'm going to go do your extended. In the extended, I keep it open. I'm using the I am using the kippa. What do you have at the bottom? Wow, great fortune. Yeah, I feel like that's the underline before I go into the extended, because I feel that the universe does bless those that come into alignment with the universe. So if you are having some sort of struggle too with the, I guess the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, this is just not being satisfied with, I feel like, something that you're working on or something that you're doing or mastering here. And it is to find a new path forward. Take your steps, practical steps here. And the first practical step for you is to heal, to cleanse the vessel that your soul is in, your body right now with that. And I'm going to go do the extended Taurus. Thank you so much, bovine babies. Peace out. Love to all. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.